I need guide runners. So I've ran just under 110 Ks this week, of which 104 of those Ks has been on the treadmill. And the same last week. I ran 110K last week, of which just over 90 were on the treadmill. I am quite fortunate that I have a variety of guide runners, but over the last few weeks, there's been a bit of a drought due to life circumstances, injuries, being away, being ill, things not meshing up. So I am very fortunate and lucky, and you've seen a variety on videos over the last several months. But if you're out there, you're considering guide running, just interested, please give it a go, because I'm sure I'm not the only one looking. It takes no special skill or talent, no shade towards my current guide runners. You just need to be able to run, sort of know your lefts and rights, but we can work around that. You need concentration, but other than that, I can run with you at an easier pace, just to get you familiar with the basics, and for how I run. But yes, this video really is just a shout out, that I would love to have guide runners. And I say this in the most, hopefully, humble, non-arrogant way, but I am getting towards the faster end of the spectrum. So there are paces that I'm looking towards. My easy runs at the moment are sort of 5 minutes per K, a bit quicker, a bit slower, but that's what I'm looking for. And if you can ever do speed sessions or slightly faster sessions, then I'm going up to sort of 3 minutes 20 per K, for the faster reps. That does put a lot of pressure on the guide, because it's much more difficult to guide at a pace, because you do have to be much faster than me to guide, I suppose. So if you're looking to guide me at an easy pace of 4:55 per K, you probably need to be comfortable running at around 4:40, or 4:45 a stretch, because you need to guide, talk, concentrate, look at obstacles, and if you are doing sort of a session, then pacing as well. So yes, it isn't difficult, but you need to be able to do all of those things at a pace. So yeah, this is this week's video. Having done the last 2 weeks on the treadmill, no amount of audiobooks, new songs, podcasts can be that entertaining. My longest run on the treadmill this week was 22K, and it just, even though that only took 1 hour 45, 1 hour 45 just on the treadmill, when you've been on the treadmill every single day, is mind-numbing. So if you're out there, you think you can keep up, you want to give it a go, you live near the Swindon area, please get in touch, because yes, I would love to have more guide runners, and to do a lot more running outside. I don't care about the weather, that never puts me off. I'm running twice a day on most days, mornings and evenings. So if you can do mornings or evenings, just being able to get out and about, I would be very grateful for. So this is a call out to anyone capable, considering wanting to guide. I will go through sort of a rough week of training, just so you know the sorts of sessions that I do, just to give you a flavour of what you might be guiding on. So Mondays are always easy runs. So I do sort of 9K in the morning and 11K in the evening or afternoon. Like I said, easy pace is sort of 4:50 to 5 minutes per K, just depending on how I feel. If I am outdoor running and running with someone, then it's sort of the 5:10 per K. Tuesdays is always some sort of speed session or tempo session. So for example, this week I had hills, So it was starting off at 6% gradient at half marathon pace for 3 minutes. Then it goes down to 9% gradient at 10k pace for the same amount of time. And then finally, it's hill sprints. So it's all out for between 30 seconds and a minute. The pace varies a bit on that, sort of from 5k to 3k onwards. Like I said, so at the fastest pace, it will be around 320 per k. That was a challenging session. I haven't done hills since the marathon block, really. So that was fun to do, but definitely challenging. Then Wednesdays are, it depends on what training block I'm in, but it tends to be a longer run. So I will do 10k in the morning, and then 10 to 15k in the afternoon or evening, just depending on if it's a marathon training block, or if it's something shorter like a 5k training block, then slightly less. And then Thursdays is my second sort of speed day, tempo day. So this week I did 8k at tempo pace, which is basically at 8k at my 10k pace. So around 4 minutes per k, with a long warm up and cool down, just to get that mileage up. And then Friday is the easiest day of the week. It is just one run between 8 to 10k at a very easy pace. That I treat as just how I feel. So that one can be a slower session. So that will be around the 5:10 to 5:15 per k mark. And then Saturdays is always a long run. I get that over and done with in the morning. What I normally do is run from home to park run, do a slightly quicker park run, and then run back. And my long runs vary between 21k and 27k when I'm not in a training block, and then obviously goes all the way up to about 35k if I'm in a marathon training block. At the moment, my long runs are just on feel, with a faster park run sandwich, and it depends who I'm running with. The last few weeks, running with Pete, I've been doing at around 5 minute per k pace, and then park run at around 4:55. And then Sunday is a recovery day, rest day, whatever you want to call it, and that's just 10k at a very easy pace. And that is basically just on what I feel like. So the slowest I'll do that is at 5:20, 5:25 pace. But for example, today I was feeling great, and so did 10k at 4:55 pace. So that is what a rough week of training looks like. I have a coach, Gary, so he sets each week up in a similar format. It sometimes changes if I'm away for work or busy, but that's a rough format, sort of rough times, paces that I'm looking at. If any of that interests you, please do get in touch. I hope that helps. I hope that somehow enthuses you to become a guide runner. But yeah, that is my shout out for the week. Sorry, it's a second week of more boring material. I know shoes can be interesting for some people last week, and this week it is just me talking to camera, but I haven't really had the opportunity to run outside and film anything interesting. So here you have it. Either leave a comment if you're interested, get in touch. I think I've got my Instagram linked to my YouTube page, get in touch there. Just any way you think. If you can help, you know someone that might be interested, spread the message, because even if you don't live anywhere near Swindon, there might be other blind or VI runners interested around you. And even if I can help them, if you're at a slower pace or can't run as much, whatever helps. So yeah, thank you in advance.